What it do? It's the real uncensored Browns fan here. And it's fucking Steelers week, you know what I'm saying? So definitely wanna, you know what I mean, get real ready, get real busy about that and everything. So yeah, man, it's a party, you know. Everybody gonna be at the crib, everybody gonna be kicking it, everybody gonna be, ready for Steelers week. Them and us. On both sides, shit. Maybe even the whole football nation for real. So all right, well, first off, this is how I want to do this. This is how I want to start this post. I got the utmost respect for Mike Tomlin, man. Everybody know, like, and if you don't know, if this is your first time listening to me rant on and on about the Browns, basically this show is, I started this channel in particular, because of Baker Mayfield. In the beginning, there was everybody talking about what we're going to do with that number one pick. And everybody at the point wanted to go with Sam Darnold or either Saquon Barkley. Some people said Bradley Chubb, but that's usually around where it ended. It was usually Sam Darnold. Some people argue Lamar, but not a lot. Most people, if not majority, was wanting Sam Darnold. I wanted Baker Mayfield. I started this channel in hope that it would reach the Cleveland Browns. I don't know if it did or not. Either way, John Dorsey was our GM at the time and did the unthinkable and selected Baker. Fulfilling, and he's been there for me all the time. All the players that I wanted, he's been on the same wave. And it's only about 4 of them because I couldn't make too many picks. 4 or 5 of those was Baker Mayfield, Denzel Ward, Mack Wilson, Greedy Wilson, and a kicker. But we ended up cutting him. It wasn't an actual person per se, but it was a position. And he was right on page with me, so anyways. So now we're here. I think third year of my channel being started. Steelers week. We're 4-1. Went through a lot of shit throughout that, man. You can go back and watch all my videos and see basically the ups and downs that we had and my reactions to them and everything about it. And some good, some not so good, some funny, some just terrible. But we're 4-1 now. And we can respectably, because of Kev Stefanski and a lot of other different things, we finally made it to this point where we are of relevancy going into this game. And a lot of people, not like before, are actually expecting us, truthfully expecting us to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. First and foremost, Mike Tomlin is one of like the greatest coaches of all time. I always felt like I wanted like a Mike Tomlin. When people would talk about firing Mike Tomlin and everything, I didn't know where that stuff came from. And they're just like, oh, well, that wasn't his team to begin with. That was Bill Cowher's team. And he just inherited such a good team. That's the reason why he's a Super Bowl winner. He never gets, he never gets the job done when it really counts. And, I mean, that could be argued. Definitely can be argued. But nonetheless, we seen last year what he done with the team when they were all extreme adversity. Still brought them to Steelers, level of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like they level of standard. It wasn't pretty, but they still had a pretty decent record. Second, off of him, Ben Roethlisberger, an Ohio guy. I am a very prideful Ohio person, Ohioan, a Buckeye. Not by school trade, but by birth. Like everybody knows, Ohio versus Ohio University, it's Ohio State. Like, that's just the way it is. That's the way you grow up. That's what you see. That's just how it is. That's how the paradigm is here in Ohio. So it just, and you got some people that like Michigan just for the sake of just being rebellious, going against the grain and all that stuff. And we don't like those people. You know, we call those people lost. And we try to give them a map to go back home. But they stay here because they know where home is and where natural. They just, like I said, lost. But anyway, Ben Roethlisberger, an Ohio guy, one of the greats, you know, as far as the sports goes. And yes, he's a Steelers, and he's been tormenting us pretty much all his career since he's been drafted by the Steelers. And you know what? I'm not mad at him. I can't talk shit about him because even though I hate the Steelers, just like I really gotta hate them. You know what I'm saying? And that's another thing. The Steelers make it hard to hate because they so smart. They get so many Ohio State players like Cameron Hayward and everything. Like, it's just like so much of it is of us is in the Steelers, so it just kind of make it really hard for me to hate on them real hard. But anyway, back to Ben. Ohio dude, one of the greats, gonna be a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? And he actually wanted to come to the Browns. Like, actually said it and made it known. And like, not too many quarterbacks that were like him do that. You know what I'm saying? They don't say those type of things. So that's rightfully so. We've been getting our asses whooped, but it's about damn time that we finally give it back to him. You can't just like, you still on the Steelers, bruh. Like, we can't keep this going. This shit got to go. This stuff it got to end. And I think it ends this year. We got a lot of injuries going in, but I think Kareem knows. Kareem Hunt knows. And then speaking of Kareem Hunt, let's get into that. Now, Mary Kay, anybody listening to Cleveland media, we all know she's the shit starter. She's the shit starter. You know, and I want to go in on her, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? I understand that, like, this is how you get it. And I don't know if she knows them in the background and she does this shit on purpose, because ain't not one nobody snapped on her ass yet. I feel like at one point you gonna have to get snapped on. Like, not like physically, but definitely verbally. You gonna have to get snapped on, or at least punked. You know what I'm saying? And not punked like, oh, like, I got you, huh? Like, punked like I'm gonna treat you like you got punked, like you a punk, like I gotta make you feel minuscule, that type thing, you know what I mean? But got Kareem into some mess. Like, you make a post, and then it was like, when I seen the post to them, when I actually see the interview, it was like, damn, like, yes, he said that, but it was like, it wasn't like that. It was like he got his brother's back, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that he made it seem like it was like, okay, this is what we going in here thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, he was just saying, like, since you bring it up, and that's what you want to talk about, shit, it's for everybody in here. It's bigger than Miles, you know what I'm saying? But yes, this you want to bring Miles up, yeah, it's for Miles, it's for Cleveland, it's for a lot of things. Like, and you can't get mad at him for saying that, although you wish he wouldn't have said it, but you can't get mad at that. So it's like, it's really tough in a situation like that where when people are putting you into these situations, and it's like, you know, that's why I respect Mike Tomlin for how he approached the question. And although they were on the receiving end, they kind of, in a way, look like the ones that got bullied, but at the same time, like, going back to what allegedly was said, you know what I'm saying? And it's dumb, you know what I'm saying, overall. Like, what are your thoughts about it? Like, I mean, in the moment, I can't tell you, because in that game, a lot of emotions is going on. he trying to grab at his helmet. He wasn't successful at the helmet, and then at whatever point did he slip in that word. It's all about context, you know what I'm saying? Now, he say he vehemently denied that he said it. Fine. The whole thing, the reason why Miles got to get past it is because if he loud, and it looks like he has already, so I don't know why everybody keep on going with it, but if you really went past it, like you basically gonna be fighting for the rest of your life. Like many times, you know what I'm saying, I hear that, but it's only around. But the thing is like Miles probably need to hang around more black folks, man, because it seemed like they probably testing him. You know what I mean? He hang out, you know, with the white women and all that, and it's like, and I ain't throwing no shade. Like, if that's what you like, that's what you like. And I know but I'm just saying that it just seemed like you hang around that, it's like they feel comfortable. They feel comfortable to say that some of that shit around you, because I've been there, you know what I'm saying, working in different work fields and shit like that, where it's just like, you know, they just try you. And people, that's human nature. People try you for so many different reasons. Even though you a big motherfucker, blah, 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 they try you. Because I think somebody tried him for an autograph. Like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers try Miles because he's a nice dude at heart and shit like that. But it's kind of inviting that. And I ain't saying, like, be like a mean ass or a bully or whatever like that to the rest of the world. It's just, for one, people love black people. They love, like, there ain't nothing successful in this world without black people in it. NFL, NBA, MLB, whatever. Like, if you want some success behind it, you get black folks behind it. That's period, dot, blank. That's the way it is. So it's like, you know, people gravitate to that. And then it's like, when you're not that stereotype that, oh, you know, he doesn't look like he's about to go for my wallet, or, oh, he actually is a lot smarter than what I thought he was, and, oh, you know, you gotta get past these things, and then they be like, oh, man, he's actually kind of like us. Like, kind of like what? Like a person? Like a human? Like, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean he's like us? Like, I'm being myself, you know what I mean? I'm not being white, I'm not whitewashed or anything. This is just the way I live my life. Like, it ain't got anything to do with about racial or skin color or anything like that. But a lot of people do. So anyway, if he did say it, you know what I'm saying, that's the bad thing. Is like, Miles, you gotta get over it, because you already know that you're gonna be fighting for the rest of your life if you worried about everybody every time you heard somebody call you the N-word or whatever like that. Especially when it's the GA, you know what I'm saying? If it's the ER, and it ain't no doubt, like, I don't think nobody would have been cool with that. I don't think even the Steelers would have probably done turned their head like, what the fuck did you say? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they would have said, but they just said the GA, everybody gonna be like, oh, he is say that. And what's the difference between the word? I don't know, man. It's more so, it's not really about, you know, what you said, but why you said it. You know what I'm saying? Why did you say that? You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, moving off of that, man. I mean, that's the talk of that. He passed that. They passed that. Let's not make this about that anymore. You know what I mean? Like, that's so stupid. Now, talking about going into the game, this is going to be a big game as far as, like, the way that we need to be able to win it is that we have to... Special teams got to play excellent. Like, they need at least one take back, at least one of them, because it's going to help the offense, which will in turn help the defense, you know, or allow the defense to help the offense too, because the defense, this is what we want to do. This is why special teams is critical, because for one, the defense need to stop the run game. They need to stop James Conner. They need to stop whoever else is behind his ass. Stop James Conner, because we want Ben to throw the ball 30 to 40 times, because we all know Ben is making mistakes. And speaking of Ben again, the way he throwing the ball, he looked hurt. Like, I didn't know he was hurt until they said it, and I was like, man, why he throwing the ball like he don't want to throw it for real? Like, he just like floating it. it seemed like. And I don't know if he just that, like, that's just a cool thing now when you just so good. Like, I don't even got to throw it for real. I just throw it and that motherfucker go. You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like he really not trying to get behind the ball or throw no force with it. Make that motherfucker throw the ball. If it looked like it hurt for him to throw the ball, then we got to make his ass motherfucker throw the ball so he could be hurt and make bad decisions while he hurt. Even though he got a higher completion percentage than Baker, but they said he ain't taking no shots downfield. So, hey, man, until he see, 23, man, 23, this is your time, baby. This is your time to fucking get it. Like, you got to step up. Sendejo, let's go, boy. This is your time right now, bruh. You know they gonna try your ass. You gotta act like you ain't looking, or like you got beat, but you ain't beat for real. But don't do that shit when it's about to be a touchdown, though. Trip him. If he really got you, trip him. I don't care. Like, we'll take that flag. I know it gotta be a flagless game. I know whoever got the less flags is gonna win. I get that, but it gotta be a little dirty. At times. At times you gotta take the penalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, it's like the UFC. When motherfucker getting whacked for real, you know what I'm saying? What they do, they either try to hit him in the nuts, get that 5 minutes, or they poke him in the eye and they try to get that minutes too, so they can take a little breather because they know their ass is getting waxed. So, anyway, that's the biggest thing. Stop the run game. Make Ben throw the ball a bunch. I don't know, over 30 times because he's going to give it up. On offense, the weakest link, and I hate to say it, it's my dude, but the weakest link on their defense is Joe Haden, man, for real. Target his ass a few times. I know he a technician, and that's his problem is that he do it by technician because sometimes when it comes to technique and then talent, and let that talent got technique, like a Jarvis or OBJ if he plays, they going to eat that up every time. So, you know what I'm saying? Know where Joe Haden at. Also, always have a 2-second counter. Know what Hayward is doing. And fucking know where TJ Watt is at. Every 2 seconds. When the play a snap. 1, 2, where JJ Watt. 3, 4, where JJ Watt. 5, 6, where JJ Watt. TJ Watt. TJ Watt is what I meant to say. So, yeah, man. That's going to be the biggest key. And then, like I said, when the special teams maybe give us a kick return to allow the offense to keep on doing that, because the Steelers put it up on, or not the Steelers, the Eagles put points up on the Steelers pretty quickly when they was down. So it's possible. It's definitely possible with the passing game. And then who was they attacking? Joe Haden. So attack Joe Haden at times. I ain't saying every time, but attack him most of the time because he's the weakest link. Don't fucking, if Mika Fitzpatrick is by him, though, be careful because Mika is not the one to try. All right, the real Uncensored Browns fan, signing out. Peace.